Going the Distance.
Girlfriend is off to college.
You're gonna stay faithful, right?
I'll try.
You'll try?
And Nick's friends have planned a little party.
Is that alright?
Are you kidding? That was the best 2.5 minutes of my life.
But before he makes the biggest mistake of his life,
I'm ask her to marry me.
Have you lost your mind?
his friends have got 5 days
We'll get you to Toronto.
Dude, the airport's that way.
Yeah, I know that. We're taking the scenic route.
to show him what he's been missing.
Excuse me, can you give me a hand here?
And they're getting a little help
That one looks naughty.
along the way.
Yes.
Which-
Going the distance.
Which I think, or other people may know it. It's had a different name. In America, I believe it's called National Lampoon's Going the Distance. It has also been called Canadian Pie. It came out in 2004. It is a road trip movie, and it is probably one of the most Canadian movies I've ever seen. Going the Distance. So Going the Distance is a road trip movie from 2004, and it's very much a 2004 comedy. It's got all of the 2004 comedy instincts. But for American audiences who I guarantee have never heard of this movie, it's about a man, a boy, a guy who is freshly graduated from high school, and he is with a girl who he has recently made the whoopee with, and she is leaving to go do a summer internship with a gentleman who is a music producer who is going to the Much Music Video Awards.
The Much Music Video Awards?
Yeah.
Let me guess. Internship with Lenny Swackhammer?
You know him?
I know him all right. All 9 inches, in fact.
Now, once again, for the American audience, the Much Music Video Awards are the Canadian equivalent to the MTV Music Awards. They are not how they are presented in this movie, but that's effectively what they are. And so she goes on this summer internship for that, and he decides that he has to marry her. So his friends gather him in their RV, and they go on a cross-country trip from Tofino to Toronto, where they will wind up at the Much Music Video Awards, featuring cameos from George Stroumboulopoulos, which, if you're Canadian, you absolutely know who Strombo is. He was in Much Music VJ. It's got Swollen members, G.O.B., Avril Lavigne.
Now I want a beer.
Give her a beer.
That's not beer.
That's not a beer.
It's water.
The soundtrack to this movie is fucking kick-ass. Like, the music is just all great. I think I sent you clips of it. Also, 2004, they're doing stuff, like, practically. So I sent Jordan a really sweet shot of them just utterly destroying this RV with a train. Going the distance. So yeah. And it's very much Canadian. They hit a bunch of Canadian stops. They stop at a bunch of Canadian cities. He's from Tofino, which, like, I guess is way more of a small town than I kind of sort of realized, if this movie is any indication. And it's funny because a big thing with guys in these movies, especially the Canadian ones, the ones that were made in Canada and written by Canadians, it's like the guys are, like, emotionally complex. So it's like, yeah, they're you know, the one guy, he's just Canadian Stifler. He wears a cowboy hat, and he's just Canadian Stifler, where he's saying all the rude things that Stifler would say. You know, he's saying all the bad words, but also he's like, hey man, yeah, that guy's a jerk, and I'm capable of saying I love you to my friends. Like, I know it's the same thing with all the other movies where it's like, oh yeah, we could be rough and tough, but we're also capable of saying we love each other and hugging it out.
Because that's how we roll here.
That's how we roll here. Also, by the way, Jordan. There you go.
I can't see it in my shot.
Unless you wanna flash a leg.
I mean, it is a pretty sexy leg, Justin.
Um,
It's a pretty great leg.
but yeah, Jordan, the scale, it's probably a 3 or 4. It's a 5 in the sense that it's very Canadian. Like all the guys are like reasonable and nice and like polite and also and
Would
yeah.
you say it's too Canadian?
There's also a really funny character played
Would
by.
you?
I mean, no, it's Canadian in a fun way. It's like, yeah, this is what I want people to think that we're not all like soft, squishy like weenies.
Ned Flanders.
Yeah, we're all Ned. We're
We're
not
not-
all Ned Flanders. Yeah, exactly. But no, there's a character. There's a side character, a native gentleman who the only thing I could think that you would know him from, and I don't think you'll remember. The native guy from Free Willy.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can picture him.
Yeah, he plays this guy who's working for the guy's parents. He's essentially trying to sabotage the road trip. And he's just really fun. He's really fun. He's really funny. And there's a lot of really fun jokes that are it's just fun. It's R-rated though, so it does get a little a little spicy if you will. But just overall, just a very fun movie. I enjoyed it. That I'd seen it before. You should watch it. I don't know what it's on. Go check it out. Going the Distance. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.